On this week's edition of The Overtime, Coconino and Flag High face off for an electric rivalry match. Then, the Arizona Fall League, a hidden gem of Arizona sports, is back in Phoenix. Finally, the NAU swim, soccer, and football team have some important games coming up this weekend. All that and more on this edition of The Overtime. Hello and welcome to The Overtime, Northern Arizona's only sports show. I'm your host, Alyssa Munoz, and today I'm joined by my co-host, Megan Triplett, who's actually making her on-screen debut. I'm liking the costume, Megan. How are you feeling today?
Hi, Alyssa. I'm so excited to be here for my first time, and I think it's even more exciting that today's the Halloween edition. I decided to go with the cowboy theme, but I can see you're a Minion. How'd you come up with it?
Well, I've always loved Minions, and I've always wanted to be one, so here I am. However, we have quite the treat for you today, so let's dive into the show. Flagstaff High School in Coconino had their annual rivalry volleyball game this past Monday. Right, Megan?
They did, and it was their second of the season. It wasn't quite the rematch that Coconino was looking for, as Flag High swept them 3-0. Take a look. The annual crosstown rivalry volleyball game between the Coconino Panthers and the Flagstaff Eagles ended in 3 sets this year. After a slow start to the game with little to no rallies, Flagstaff came away with a win. Flagstaff senior setter Macy Mosang shares how it feels to play a rivalry game like this.
Rivalry games are always so much fun. Like, so many people come out, so many people cheer. It's back and forth. It's so loud. You can barely hear your teammates talking. And some people get spooked out, but I genuinely enjoy that.
The Eagles are 1 win away from an undefeated regular season. Head coach Beth Haglin acknowledges that the season is not over yet and shares what changes will be made as they approach the playoffs.
Things that we need to continue getting better at when we get down the road to see better teams. Not that this was a bad team, but I'm just saying, see the teams in state, the top 16 teams. It'll be, we've just got to have some good hard practices.
It seems that the team agreed with Haglin's priorities on what they need to work on. Mosang acknowledged the fine line that comes with confidence.
Going into playoffs, I do feel very confident. It's definitely going to be tough because I think we can also go into it a little too confident, and then our region is super weak, so we've had, in the beginning of our season, we had, 5 really tough games, and we won all of them. And then these past few games, past, 10 games or whatnot, have been, teams that aren't very good, and that we can beat easily, so we just need to keep our heads up high.
Megan Triplett, NAZ Today. Flagstaff played their last game of the regular season Wednesday night and not only finished undefeated with a 17-0 record, but number 1 in the 4A conference.
Wow, the Eagles are certainly ending their regular season strong. Going to any game where those two high schools are playing is sure to keep anyone entertained.
It truly was remarkable to see, Alyssa. The atmosphere was incredible, and you can tell the girls are really excited about their performance, and I'm interested to see how the playoffs go for them.
I'm excited to see how they do in the postseason as well. Speaking of Flag High, their girls' flag football team is on fire.
Yes, they've held their last 3 opponents to 0 points while scoring a total of 114 points on offense.
Wow, they've seen great success on the field despite the fact that this is only their second year as a sport. The team is full of multi-sport athletes ranging from soccer all the way to softball. I got a chance to go out to their match against Mayer High School and capture their senior night filled with victory. Girls flag football, a sport that has recently become a popular addition to schools all across Arizona. The Flagstaff High School Eagles are no exception, with it only being their second year as a varsity sport. However, Wednesday evening's game versus the Mayer High School Wildcats was no regular game, but a game to celebrate the team's 9 graduating seniors.
We just appreciate the seniors so much and all that they're doing and what they mean for the program. Without their leadership and without their perseverance, we really wouldn't be where we are right now. And so, of course, a big thank you to them for the commitment and for really just paving the way and showing the young ones how to work.
The Eagles defeated the Wildcats 51-0 at their home field and had a total of 3 interceptions, 2 of which by junior linebacker Mayla Spear, who was glad to see the seniors get a win on their special day.
It's been so much fun playing with them, especially because most of them played last year too, and so they've been teaching me about flag football and how to play, and they're great people to be around.
After falling short in the quarterfinals in last year's playoffs, the Eagles are looking to find a way to bring home some hardware.
We want to make state. We want to get far in state, as far as we can. Hopefully in the top 8 so we can host a home game. But just keep working hard to get there.
The team is composed of quite a few young players, 13 underclassmen to be exact. However, head coach Tyrone Johnson is excited to see what is in store for the incoming years.
The fact that even though we had 9 seniors this year, we got a lot of young players that are getting a lot of good minutes, and so to see them in year 2 and they have a better understanding of the game, some of them it'll be year 3 for them, and so just the fact that we'll have some returners that will hopefully be able to help us continue to grow it. So it's exciting because we got some quality players.
The Eagles are 5-5 and ranked 14th in the 4A conference and will host Tuba City High School for their last home game of the season on Thursday, October 31st. Alyssa Munoz, NAZ Sports.
I wish the best for this amazing program, and it's great to see a new girls' sport take action.
Wow, that seems so fun. I definitely would have joined that team had it been around when I was in high school.
I know, it seems like so much fun. The NFL even took part in growing the sport and gave a grant to high schools who implement a team. We're going to take a quick break, but stick around. When we come back, we will check out our reporters who went down to the Arizona Fall League and talk to some fans who shared their love for the event.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Welcome back. Major League Baseball is unfortunately over for the season, but the Arizona Fall League is in full swing down in the valley.
Sports reporter Brian Adams was able to catch up with some fans, and he is in studio to tell us more. Brian, what are you being for Halloween?
Thanks, Alyssa. This year for Halloween, I'm being a giant Pop-Tart, so we'll see how that goes for the rest of the night. But the Arizona Fall League is a great opportunity for fans to catch up on some cheap and fun baseball during the MLB offseason and take a look at some of the league's upcoming stars.
Founded in 1992, the Arizona Fall League is an off-season league that lasts 6 weeks and typically runs from early October through mid to late November. Many of Major League Baseball's top prospects play in the Fall League each year, giving fans a chance to watch potential future big league stars.
The Fall League is the best kept secret in this valley. I mean, it is great baseball. It's a lot of fun, and you get an opportunity to see developing players at length.
The Fall League consists of 6 teams across the valley in Scottsdale, Mesa, Salt River, Glendale, Peoria, and Surprise, and is an affordable way to watch baseball in the beginning of the sport's offseason. Each Fall League team consists of a mix of players from different MLB franchises, but the intensity and will to win is still there for the players.
The Saguaros came back in the bottom of the 10th. They did the runner on second base and won, and these kids emptied the dugout and dumped, water on the guy who got the single. So, I mean, they're serious competitors. They're not just out here showing off and all that.
In the 2022 MLB All-Star Game, 12 of the 20 players in the starting lineup consisted of players that once played in the Arizona Fall League, which means today's Fall League fans are most likely watching tomorrow's Major League stars.
Out and watch them. There are a lot of young players that are good. They're talented. They can hit the ball. They can run. And they are really interesting to watch.
Brian Adams, NAZ Sports.
I had a great time down in the valley, and anyone who is able should go down and try to catch a game or two before the league ends in November. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Brian. I will definitely have to take a trip down there and watch some good baseball. Also, what a great costume.
I really did love his costume. We are going to go to a quick break, but don't be scared. We'll be right back. When we return, we've got some NAU sport updates to finish us off. Stay with us.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
You're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Welcome back, sports fans. NAU football is playing their annual Red Rock rivalry game against Weber State on Saturday.
This is the fourth to last game of the season. Sports reporter Hannah Hamilton got a chance to catch up with head coach Brian Wright, and he talked about how they're preparing for this game.
The Red Rock Rivalry Trophy will be on the line when Northern Arizona football hosts Weber State inside the J. Lawrence Walkup Skydome at 1 p.m. this Saturday. The Lumberjacks are coming off a bye week and sit 4-4 overall and 2-2 in the Big Sky Conference. Head coach Brian Wright said the team was able to regroup during their time off.
We can handle the bye week a lot of different ways. We really took a developmental approach and allowed some of the guys that play a little bit more in the game maybe to get a little rest and let some of the other guys that don't play in the games as much get a few more reps in practice. And then we really went to the fundamentals and the technique for all the guys of what needs to be improved at each position.
The Lumberjacks will look to remain undefeated at home on Saturday.
I have a lot of pride in playing at home, and I think it matters for the guys to come out and perform well in front of the home crowd or your family that's here. We have a good environment here. Certainly our students, our band, the rest of the crowd has really been instrumental in our home games and caused some offenses some trouble. So hopefully they show up and show out again this Saturday.
The Red Rock Rivalry Trophy was introduced after Southern Utah moved to the Western Athletic Conference, creating a rivalry between NAU and Weber State. The Lumberjacks brought the trophy home to Flagstaff in 2023 after beating the Wildcats 27-10, and hope to keep it here another year.
We take the same approach week in and week out, regardless of the opponent and regardless if we're playing for a trophy or not. I think it's special, though, that you have a rivalry game and you're playing for a trophy. I do think it's certainly very meaningful, especially one that has a series that's so even. You know, we've won 28 times and they've won 28 times throughout the history of the two schools playing, and we've won once and they've won once since the trophy and really the rivalry was announced.
Hannah Hamilton, NEZ Sports.
I'm thrilled to see how this game turns out, and I'm sure it will be quite a fun watch.
The Skydome is sure to be electric on Saturday. I'm looking forward to see if they can continue their home field success.
Switching to soccer, NAU soccer closed out their regular season with back-to-back road wins against Weber State on Friday and Idaho State on Saturday. These two Big Sky wins were crucial to securing a spot in the conference tournament.
The Lumberjacks travel to Montana next week to take on the Sacramento State Hornets in the first-round match.
Jumping into the water, NAU Swim and Dive attended their first official meet of the season against their three in-state rivalries earlier this month in Tempe.
The Jacks defeated Grand Canyon University but fell to both Arizona State and the University of Arizona.
Now, NAU will host the University of Idaho Vandals at Wall Aquatic Center on Saturday. The Lumberjacks have beat the Vandals 9 meets in a row, so they were hopeful about this weekend.
Well, that's all we have for you tonight on this edition of the Overtime Halloween. Thanks for joining.
I want to thank our sports reporters Brian Adams and Hannah Hamilton. I'd also like to thank my co-host Megan Triplett. I'm Alyssa Munoz, and we'll see you next Friday for the next edition of The Overtime. Stay safe and have a great Halloween.